So listen, let's just move on a little bit. What's your relationship with Puff today? I know he's incarcerated now and everything else, but I've seen in different interviews where you may not have the best relationship with him. Is it because it's personal, or is it because of things that happen with Biggie, or is it stuff that people don't know about? Why maybe you and Puff wasn't on the same page or was on the same page, it fell apart at one time, so on and so forth. What's your issue with Puff?
My issue with Puff is that Puff was selfish.
Okay.
He makes you believe that he got great intentions, right? Like, for instance, giving back the publishing, right? Great move, great thing, right? But when you had the publishing, those songs was making $30,000 every 90 days. By the time you give it back, it's making $11 every 90 days.
Right.
So you maxed it out for 30 years. You got 30,000 for 90 days, every 90 days for one song.
Right.
And it just, over time, over 30 years, the residual on it is $11.
Right.
Hey, you can get your publishing back now.
Right.
I mean, I'm telling people at 30,000, is fighting. Yo, don't, and then you see the results of what I was fighting for, right? Who knew that niggas was gonna be able to sell these masters for 300-400 million?
Right.
Right? But I'm like, listen, if y'all stick with me, we gonna make a lot of money.
Right.
If you stick with them, they gonna make a lot of money. And that's all I was, it was, I'm telling you, bro, that was Biggie's mission. He was saying, nah, we gotta be able to do our own thing.
Right.
We gonna deliver what we gotta do to them. We gonna stay committed. You know what I'm saying? It's just like with me and you. You had your own vision. You had your own what I want to do, and I'm just sitting back saying, nigga, whatever you want to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in the way. Right. The only thing that, like I said, yes, I was hard on Cam. Cam know I was hard on him. I used to be like, Cam, that ain't it. Yeah. Cam, that ain't it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But Cam was like, oh, this it now, right? Yeah, nigga. Yes.
Right.
Yes. To the point where, Cam, we just need records to sell singles.
Right.
If I can just get this Usher record, I guarantee we going platinum scan, right? Because I understood Jay-Z needed Hard Knock Life. Biggie needed One More Chance. Nas needed If I Ruled the World. This is all pre-Cam.
Right.
I know what it takes. You understand? So that was my only fight. Yes, you were making incredible records, bro. I'm talking about, and no matter what you say about Confessions of Fire, bro, that album, I'm talking about a guy from the streets who rapped, just rapping, to come in and structure and make a movie. Like, it's a movie. People don't, nigga, from the intro to the snakes in the water. Right. Nigga, the Bio Box was the first mixtape on the street.
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah.
you was the king.
Yeah, the Who Is Cameron tapes. This was nigga, absolutely.
Niggas was like, nigga, this right here. You got mad because you thought we was giving away your album.
I don't even remember, but I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Them shit, that joint went platinum on the street.
Yes, my nigga. Yes, yes. And this is my thing. It's like, yo, bro, you had it. Right. You had the records. You just, all you just had to do, like I said, Puff knew that.
See, let me just intervene real quick. I never said I didn't like Confessions of Fire. I just said I didn't feel it was all me. And at the end of the day, just real quick,
Yes.
at the end of the day, you're super duper creative. You direct movies, you write movies. You're not just a music producer for people that don't know. You're creative. And from my perspective, it was like, this is half Cam, this half Un. Even like you brought up the Usher shit. Usher was the nigga, that was my idea. Out of the one ideas, the couple I had, ideas that I had. You, Matt didn't, maybe you, don't get me wrong, you went and got Usher, but I'm like, we gotta get the Teddy Pendergraph shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
100%.
yeah, you went and got Usher and made it a hit. Now, as far as, I don't even remember, and I'm not saying you lying, I don't remember not wanting to go to London Dolo because I was like, we need to shoot his money. I believe
You
you.
know what though, Cam? I don't know it neither. That's what Jacob told me.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, I was like, cause listen, like I said, I don't remember that because I'm sitting there saying to myself, to be honest with you, we wasn't doing no complaining. If we had to go somewhere, you gotta think about this. We ain't had no DJ. Me and Jim was going with a dat, and we ain't give a fuck. We was happy to go with the dat and the back of dat, and we went everywhere. So that's where I was like, I ain't gonna say he lying, but I just don't remember. Because if you telling me,
you go overseas, didn't you go overseas?
yeah, we went to Costa Rica. We went to a few different places. That's why I was like, I'm just maybe not remember. But for me, not the one to do the song with Usher, and Usher's this nigga right now.
I don't think that you didn't want to do.
I mean, not the song, the video. Pardon me, the video.
No, that wasn't that. That was not what I said.
Oh, okay.
I think I said he didn't get on a plane to go to London, and Epic was saying, "All right, shut his album down, put him back in the studio." That's when we cut another budget for SDE.
Okay, so no, so maybe I misinterpreted. I was saying
the next video was the Usher video.
Yeah, so just for clarity, I'm saying that I thought the video was supposed to, from what I understood or what I took from it, and maybe I wasn't paying attention, that the video was supposed to take place in London and I didn't want to go. You're saying that I was supposed to go to London to do some work, and because I didn't do the work, the Epic said, fuck the whole shit. We're moving on from it.
You were supposed to go do a promo in London.
Okay.
And you didn't go.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what the story was told to me. And I know that the story was told to me, just put him back in the studio.
Right. Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So if whatever the story is, Jacob
will clarify it. So back to what you were saying, I think that you're 100% right. And this is my point of view. Did you ever see the Wu-Tang documentary on Hulu? Did you ever watch that?
Yes. Not the documentary.
No, pardon me. The series. There you go. The series, exactly. 100%. And shout out to RZA, Power, to my niggas too. Everybody involved did a great job. And when I watched that series, that shit kind of reminds me of me. That's how I look at it. And I'm not sitting there, and that's why I said I'm never bashing Confessions of Fire, but some of it wasn't me. You get what I'm saying? And some of it's you. And we made a great album together. I never downplayed it. I just said it all wasn't me. And then after that, the same way RZA did when he was Prince Rakeem. And he made the single, Prince Rakeem, and he like, yo. And I'm not comparing, of course, Horse and Carriage went gold and the album went gold. I'm not comparing.
I know, Cam. I know what you wanted.
Yeah.
I know you wanted what you had the power to do later.
Right. And there you go.
Right?
Exactly.
And that's just do me. And I just want to do me.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm going to stand on you still got to do old boy.
No, 100%. You're absolutely right.
You did after that.
Yeah.
What means the world to you?
Exactly.
Like you still got to make those records.
See, the thing about it is this, and I can never compare myself to the dog, but I seen the shift. I seen it. I seen the shift come. I said, we did the record with DMX. I seen what was about.
Bro, we did it when Boomer was 8 weeks.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
I remember that night. I said, Cam, the only advice is that you can't out yell.
Yeah. I remember you was like, yo, don't get scared now. I'm like, scared? Yeah, my nigga, I live for this. But
that nigga came in there growling.
Yeah, listen, but to me, that's where I seen it go, and I'm like, nobody, I could never be a DMX. But I was like, yo, what Puff and these niggas doing, it's always gonna be room for that. But I thought, to me, Mace was already, this is my Cam's opinion. Mace is that. And if Mace is that, Cam can't be that. Cam can't be, but Cam gotta be Cam. I remember, I swear to God, we used to be in the studio, I swear to God, I don't even know if you remember this shit. I said, yeah, I remember I going home and I said, this nigga gonna kill me with this. He said, Cam, you gotta say it like cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. And I'm like, I can't say it like that, bro. You said that to me like 95 different times in the studio. And I'm like, I get it. I said, you know what it is? And say, yo, these niggas grew up around the best rapper. And they think that everybody's gonna have that potential. And it ain't no other big, bro. It's just, it hasn't wasn't one before him.
Like I said, I know that it came off like that, Cam, but my intentions was just to sing.
Yeah, I dig it.
Like I don't, yeah, that was my whole intent. Like, bro, like I just need a single.
Nah, I get it.
I don't. At some point, like I was like, man, we just need singles, bro.
Yeah, I did it.
Cause y'all could make albums now. Now y'all, I seen it. I seen you be able to make stories, street bangers. You knew how to make an album.
Right.
I was good.
Right.
I ain't had to be in the studio on SDE.
Right.
You know how to make a fucking record now.
Right. 100%.
He know how to make a record. He know how to come in and feature himself to help my other artists. Same shit Big was, that's all I was doing. I was trying to make you the flagship and say, Cam, I need you to come in here and Digger, y'all niggas come in here because we got to get these records out.
Right.
100%. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to write all this shit and I would have been writing checks.
Right.
How to get money for everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Mesa tell you that's what we was on, right? That nigga Jermaine said, y'all niggas writing niggas checks for writing songs.
Yeah.
I ain't never got a check for writing a song.
Listen, yeah. You didn't know me at the time. I came with Mace to pick the money up to write the song. I was Mace man, but nobody knew that. You probably didn't recognize my face, but I was there when you gave him the 30, 40, whatever it was to write the songs.
We was on that, bro. Right. We was on, that's how we was living, bro. Right. Cause Big knew how Puff was. Niggas, after niggas first check, they wasn't getting no money.
Right.
Niggas, how niggas gonna eat?
Right. Right.
You know that's how the game was back then.
Right.
You after that advance, nigga, you don't get no more money until the album
until the next album.
Yeah, to the next album.
Yeah, that's a fact. You definitely don't. And you gotta, and you gonna get whatever they matched on, whatever you sold. Niggas was getting robbed, dude. Yo, speaking of getting robbed, let me ask you a question. I did the deal with you, which was a great deal. I didn't have enough money to buy a car. So I said, yo, I need a car. And you was like, I need 50% of your publishing. What do you got to say to that today? I didn't know what publishing was, man. I didn't understand it. And I remember everybody was like, Cam, don't do it, don't do it. And I'm like, you don't live where I live. I can't have a record deal with no car. I had to get the car. And don't get me wrong, to the audience, everybody, I got my publishing back, thank you, and everything else. But at that particular time, I know you ain't know me, and I know I was new. What was your process to be like, yo, I could get 50% of this nigga publishing if I give him the money for the car?
Yo, let me explain something to you, right? Mm-hmm. Cam, I come from the same streets you come from, right? I got the same education that you got in the music business.
Right.
Hands-on experience. No, actually, Jacob taught me the corporate side. Right. And the who's who of the game, right? Jacob did a good job at preparing me. When you get in these meetings, these are the people who run it. These are the people you're gonna be talking to get you some money, right? Yeah. But everything else was on the arm, like coming through. All right, Big, what's going on? Oh, Puff gave you how much? 15,000 for your publishing? What's publishing?
15,000, yeah, that's great.
What's publishing, right? So now I gotta, right? So now I'm sitting here, I'm like, all right, this is this. All right, now I'm looking at when I got into the music business, I'm looking at and I'm seeing all the contracts, Atlantic, Sony, everything is based on what's going on in the music business.
Right.
Across the board, right? At that time, I couldn't give you a entertainment contract. I had to give you a Sony contract, right? Because they were my partners, but the language had to reflect their language, right? So now when it came to the publishing, I'm saying, okay, I don't want to be everybody else, right? So I'm going to start giving people more than what's the norm, right? Because I don't understand it. I don't know. I ain't never seen a publishing check. Ain't nobody broke down no publishing for me. Yo, this gonna be worth a lot of money. The people who was telling you, yo, don't do it, they knew more than we knew. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like I said, I'm learning from Big and Puff's contract. I'm saying $15,000. I'm not gonna give Cam $15,000, right? Because if y'all telling me that's the norm, I'm giving them more.
Yes, way more than that.
Right. You understand what I'm saying, Cam? So I'm saying, yes, everybody's saying, even now, the mafia says they got a fucked up deal. And I'm saying, damn, y'all got a fucked up deal. So that means you and the mafia was signing me and Big's production company, right? So the production company had 12 points, right? You got to give the producers X amount of points, right? You got to give the artist X amount of points, and it leaves X amount of points for the production companies. Hold up. I think me and Big got a fucked up deal.
Right.
Right? So
trickle.
My deal is fucked up. So, but y'all got the most out of my fucked up deal. You got the most out of my fucked up deal. You want to know why? Because you says, I want my man Digger, who's my producer, pay him $7,500 a song.
Right.
What song he ever produced that you done raised this nigga's quota?
Yeah.
Coming in the door.
Right. This is true. Absolutely. Right? Yeah, this is true.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, okay, overall, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you got this budget is compared to the people before you, right? Yes. The special eds in the in the Sonics, right? The contracts started getting better, right? So it wasn't no maliciousness. It was me saying, I'm gonna give niggas way more than what they used to get.
Than what the standard was at the time.
And I'm gonna give them side checks and you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to help niggas make money everywhere. Right. You know what I'm saying? Soundtracks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, here's a check, so yeah, it wasn't, I wasn't one of those guys, Cam.
Listen, let me tell you something. Even when I found out what publishing was and how it worked or anything, I never took it, I never got offended because I agreed to it. And like, that's when I was working with Horace and John McNeely and all them. They was the ones who used to tell me at Provident, that was the name of the shit. Yo, don't do this, don't do this. I'm like, man, listen, I gotta go uptown, nigga. you don't understand what I gotta go do. You understand? I need to pull up. If you're not out, I'm not pulling up.
I got a record deal and I don't pull up.
I don't pull up. So I never took no way of doing it because I was told not to. And I said, I don't care what you say. I'm gonna do it anyway. So moving forward, we just talked about Puff and why you feel the way about Puff. We know over the years that, and for those that don't know, it was issues with you and Jay-Z for whatever reason, to where it turned into an altercation, alleged stabbing if he did it or somebody else did it. And to me, when I was doing my album, y'all two was cool. And I was saying to myself, where did this relationship go left at? Because you two I actually told a story. Bleak, I interviewed Memphis Bleak on my show, probably, shout out to Bleak, a while ago, and I was telling him a story how you was playing him my records, and he called me outside the studio, and he's like, yo, bro, I didn't know you was that nice. And I was like, yo, I appreciate it. You know, maybe you get on the album. He's like, I'm not here to lobby for a spot on your album. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I knew that was your man. You know what I'm saying? And I knew that was your man, so I'm sitting there saying to myself, where did this relationship between you two go wrong at? Because as far as I remember, it wasn't ever any problems. And you hear the rumors about bootlegging and so on, and I'm like, I don't think I was in the bootlegging game. I just don't. I don't get
That
it.
didn't even make sense.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm like, what is this about?
I'm like, y'all in the bootlegging business. Y'all fuck with Clue.
Yeah. So I didn't understand it. And I seen your interview on Art of Dialogue, and you alluded to a bunch of different things, but you brought up the time when Dame walked in the studio and we were saying, fuck you today. Yeah, I remember it clear. And we were saying, fuck you today, fuck you, Dame, fuck you. But not to Dame, the song was on, but we kind of was, the energy was towards him. And I remember he pulling me outside like, Cam, don't ever do that in front of them Brooklyn niggas, man. He said, don't ever think. I felt like shit after I smoked today. I ain't gonna lie. Because he made me feel like shit. And I'm like, why did we even do that? But whatever it is, I remember that day, and I see your interview on Art of Dialogue, and you was alluding to maybe, you said a bunch of different things, but you were saying that may be one of the reasons. What was the reason, in your opinion, and like you said, it could have been 100 different things, but not the stabbing or what happened, just to you guys' friendship as a whole, where do you think it went wrong?
The only thing that I could possibly say to give you probably a clearer understanding is the same shit that happened with Dave McPherson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And if you understand that mentality, like, yo, that wasn't me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they lying again on me.
Right.
Because there was 100 lies.
Right.
See, this was escalation. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it could have been, right? Because I got blamed for that incident with you and Dane.
Right.
Right? And if people say, oh, well, how you get blamed? If I didn't get blamed, they wouldn't have came to see me.
Yeah, that's the part you talked about. So that incident happened. Who came? I didn't know about this part till you said it. Who came to see you, and was it because of that?
Dane came back when he left mad from that night. He came back with Jay-Z, Biggs, and Tata.
Okay, I didn't know that. This was after we were gone? Or where were we?
It had to.
Right.
If y'all didn't know, y'all might have left.
Okay, got you. And when they came back, they were upset. Dame went and got.
Dame came on some aggressive shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know when Dame used to get in the shit, he go get them niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know it's serious if, damn, you brought the whole Rock with you.
Right. Got you.
And I ain't consider everybody else the Rock.
Right.
Dame, Jay, Biggs, Tata, and Jay-Z.
Right.
That was Roc-A-Fella.
Right.
Right? And I'm saying that could have been. I'm like, but I wasn't in there saying fuck you, Dame.
Right. Right.
Why am I getting blamed for
Got you. Yeah, because when you said they came back, I'm like, when them niggas came back, but we might have left. You're right.
It's 100 incidents like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, I ain't got nothing. People, but you know, going back to Jacob, he's the person in my head. Yeah, but you were the leader.
I love that nigga. Cause you know why? Because Jacob a street nigga, but he's corporate at the same time, and he tries, and it's a balance. It's more corporate than street, but then he'll make it be like, well, I don't understand why you don't fucking understand that you're the leader of this situation. But let me ask you this. I remember this. So I remember we used to be all in the studio and shit. And then, and this is like I said, my album came out. I was working on Charlie album too. Shout out to, I remember a lot of people don't know that first time I ever heard Dutch and Spade was because of you. Them niggas was nasty. I don't even know where you found them niggas at, but them niggas was nasty. It's sad that they didn't get the opportunity to work with you. But as far as album is concerned. But I remember Charlie used to be in the studio as well. And then she would say, I'm going to the store and never come back. And then when she come back, she'd be like, so what's going on with my publishing? And used to be like, yo, what do you mean what's going on with your publishing? Where did you go for 24 hours? Where was you at? Do you think something, the person she was leaving with, do you think that's had something to do with part of the hate or the part of the relationship breaking up?
I did not just give you the fuck you scenario in the Dave McPherson scenario. I got blamed for everything. I sent her to Murder Inc. I said, Irv, I need a single. All I need is a single. I done tried with everybody. The RZA, Puff, Primo, Cam done rap with her. Pun done rap with her. This nigga, Mace done rap with her. Everybody, I need a single. I spent, he charged me $15,000. I send him half the money. She goes to Murder Inc. to get produced. I get a call from my lawyer saying Charlie Baltimore wants off entertainment and she wants to be signed to Murder Inc. I'm like, I sent her there to get a record done. I don't know what that conversation was. Oh, unlost his deal. This is what I heard.
Right.
The conversation was. You could get out of that deal. Right. And I'm saying, why? I'm helping everybody. Irv Gotti came to me. Leo called me and said, please tell Irv Gotti Epic is a graveyard. Do not do a deal with Epic. I'm saying, Leo, I'm over here. What do you mean?
Right.
Tell him it's a graveyard.
Right.
But I tried to sign Murder Inc.
Right.
Sony wouldn't give me the money.
Right.
They said it was too much money for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right. And then Dave goes behind my back and tries to bring Murder Inc. in. You know what I'm saying? Right. Dave McPherson was I see why you went up there.
Yeah, like, because you got to realize that those days, and it was trickled down from your deal as well, but that was just a standard. It was everybody gets 7-album deal. When you're not having a good relationship with the person you locked in for 7 albums, where you like, oh, y'all got me on a lifetime sentence. You get what I'm saying? Because it isn't like the technology that you got now.
And your album was 7 albums?
7 albums. And
I need to talk to Jacob about that. I don't believe that.
I'm telling you, it was 7. That's why I really went crazy. If it was 1 or 2 albums, or 3 albums, I'm like, I hand this shit in. I'm done. 7 albums.
Well, that must have been Sony. Was it standard back then?
I think it was standard. Mace had 7 albums. It was 7 albums.
Okay, so it was standard.
Yeah. It was. I didn't feel a way about it. But when you're not, like I said, when you're working with people that you enjoy working with, it's not a big deal. When it's not going right, you like, yo, these niggas got my whole life in their hand.
Okay. You know what you probably don't know, and what a lot of people don't know.
I'm listening.
We shipped 500,000 albums on you. A gold album. You know how big that is back then?
Right.
Shipping 500,000 albums.
Right.
You sold a third of those albums the first week, which meant they undershipped.
Right.
They didn't believe in what we were doing. They didn't really believe in you, but they were like, holy shit.
Right.
So now they playing catch up. Right? But what people don't know, they fired the whole staff at Epic.
Right.
From the president on down to the marketing, radio, everybody. We were doing everything. We got that 118,000 units the first week.
Right.
Epic didn't even have a staff, my nigga.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying, just give us a chance. Like, we showing y'all we could do it. You know, if everybody get out our way, Dave McPherson running around, he gave Jay-Z $1 million for that song on that soundtrack.
Which one?
The
Oh
diamonds,
yeah,
the
I know.
diamonds, Martin Lawrence and
Yeah,
shit. I'm like, what's wrong with you
right,
niggas? I'd have gave that nigga 100 grand.
right.
Y'all come in here and y'all trying to outdo us because y'all saying we don't need them no more. Why? Because Cam said he'll do an album without them.
Right.
Now, it ain't got nothing to do with Cam,
No, no.
right?
Listen, I understand. I
Cam
totally
had
understand.
said, I'm not going nowhere.
Right,
Without if unleave, I'm leaving.
right,
It would have been like, Kim and them would have said, if unleave, I'm leaving.
right,
Have a seat on.
right. I'm 22 and I didn't get it, but that was it. What my lawyer told me, look, you gave me a great opportunity and I never could knock it. But back to what I was saying, Charlie Baltimore was leaving with somebody. And then she was coming back trying to learn the business after she was leaving with somebody. And I think that at the end of the day, whether I know you won't say it or whatever, I think that's the strain between you and Jay, to my opinion, is because you were trying to run a business and it got personal because you said that in the interview too. It may have been over chicks. And I'm sitting there saying that I believe it got personal over that situation, not for you, for maybe him. And you took it more personal, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, to where you saying, I'm not saying I don't want niggas to learn the game, talking about me, myself, Charlie, whoever's young, and like you just said, you had to learn your education like I did on the arm. But goddamn, let me get started. We ain't even put the single out yet. Let me figure this shit the fuck out before you start. Let me recoup, and then we start teaching people shit. So that's Cam's opinion on how that went down. That's just, and I could be wrong, but I'm just telling you from my vision. Niggas was disappearing and coming back 2 days later, asking about they publishing and how that went. That's just how I seen it.
I think we're gonna have to wait for Full Street for that.
All right, cool, man. That's what's up. Yo, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you, bro. You already know, man.
That's all love,
all
bro,
the time.
Man. Listen, bro, I appreciate everything you doing. You and Mace.
Thank you, bro.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna always be my little brother.
Likewise, bro.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Keep doing it, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for the opportunity always. I love you, my nigga. Be good.
Nigga, that's how you niggas gotta rap, man. Shout out to Dre 400 Block and Mac Myron. Y'all niggas got busy, man. That's all. That's what we want on the Killer Countdown. That's a hard act to follow, man. But unfortunately, we can only pick one winner. I would have just said it's a draw. Both of y'all niggas go to the next round, but can't do that. Because 400 Block said, I'm from where the drugs, murder, and cash talk, dope prices lower than what the gas costs. I said, psh. You know me, you know that's my type of shit, man. But Mac Myron, you could tell he a funny nigga. What he said? All the trunks I put niggas in, I could have taught niggas swimming lessons or some shit like that. Nah, I could have gave out swimming lessons. Nah, he went crazy. But I'm gonna tell you this. The winner is Mac Myron. So shout out to you. Round of applause for him. And I'm gonna tell you, hold on, 400. I know you like, man, you niggas don't know rap. No, listen. You gotta make your internet cut off. That's why you lost. You ever see the competition shows? You cook a perfect plate, little speck on the plate, it's over. But like, you got a future, bro. But let's see what you niggas gonna do next week. You know what I mean? Because that's a hard act to follow, man. But make sure y'all niggas have y'all equipment together, and because that ain't the other person's fault. You gotta have your background together. Oh, see? You don't even gotta have your background. That's how they be on me. Like, yo, and I be like, come on, man. It doesn't matter? Yeah, it matters, man. So shout out to the Killer Countdown. We'll see who's going on next week. Y'all better get busy. It's your boy Sin City. Ooh.
What's going on, everybody? The Killer Countdown. We're still in the first round with a mean matchup right now. Greg the Great against my man Henny Man. Y'all ready? So listen,
Yeah,
for the
Uh,
audience,
yeah.
just
Let's
so
work.
y'all know, it's 1 round, 2 minutes. Does somebody have a preference or going first or second, or do I need to flip a coin?
I'm cool with whatever.
Okay, you ain't got
I'll
to
go
flip a
first.
coin today.
Let's get it.
Okay,
About 8, 9 years ago, you started your battle rap career. Maybe I've just been deaf and blind. Helen Keller. All that time, effort, energy, and resources. Never once did he try to develop better. My first thought, don't ever be a second guesser. And with a third of the time spent, I'm yet to have had a regression error. At least now we all know what that base meant. Henny, man, you'll forever be a cellar dweller, bottom feeder. This a temp check with a stick to his head. It's not a fever. As far as your bitch, first I'm a trapper, then binder. Either way, I got a keeper. Caught DI in VA. Told him I shot your diva. It was odd that he was not believing. Started off 1 for 1. Then here he come. Blah! Now I'm 2 for 2, and nigga, we even. I set you up. So on the rocks is where I'ma leave him. Drug him and planted him right in front of the gates. He getting deported for treason. Even more of a reason, I caught his homie from the side view. Ride through. The heat gon' spray. I had to settle for getting the closest thing next to any, like
Jay.
E and J. Oh, you mad cause I'm styling on you. When they said DI, I asked if they had 300 more in the budget. Cause then at least a nigga could have got a shot at 1,800. And though it may seem redundant, I try not to keep my feelings bottled up. A pint of blood leaking from his ceiling, not enough. Nigga, I prefer half a gallon like goods is cup. And it won't be no need to investigate. The rest can wait. It's Greg the Great. And since I already expect the hate, nigga, we can settle this with just 3 words. Set the date.
Damn, okay. Damn, Greg. Okay, Henny, it's on you. Yes, sir.
Ready? Shout out the trappers. They finally let us in, y'all attorney. You from Alaska, so you know it get dark early. Then I do his broad dirty. After I make him taste lead, fuck Greg the Great. I'm here to degrade Greg. It's big trap. Fell off for a minute, now I'm big back. Then Nelly and Ashanti. I went and got my bitch back. The game, I had to quit that, cause man, it's dark. So I retired that white girl, like Shannon Sharp. Boy, I ain't come to hear you talk. Y'all made me take him. Told me his name great. Don't make me lake him. Nigga at his crib sleep. Don't make me wake him. Like put your glasses on, bitch, and don't make me break them. I'm getting real impatient. Boy, I should plan you up. Just cause this virtual don't mean that you can't be touched. Is you a man or what? Cause you ain't leaving in the great state of Alaska. I abbreviate his life with an AK. Airing it, nigga. Fuck is you staring at, nigga? Why wouldn't I stand over the great? This Maryland, nigga, is you on heroin, nigga? Like, what stripes do boy have? I wouldn't believe you got in a shootout on Troy Ave. Thug right here. Buzz like toy blast. I swear these niggas ain't got necks like Coy dead. Listen, G to G, Greg the Great, got to go. Grab the guys, get the guns lock and low. Fucking bird ass nigga, wait till I find your home. I'm looking for a great nest like I got some goals. Nah, I'm looking for the Tommy like I rock with Cole. I'm talking crazy on cam like I rock with Jones. I told y'all, I flip quarters to get ahead. Slept on the floor with my son so my daughters could get to bed. And nigga, ain't no press and rewind. Gregory died. Then I tap dance on his grave like Gregory Hines. Trap, bitch.
Damn, that was tough. I caught a stray. I don't even know how I caught a stray in them bosses now.
Nah. I'm talking about the camera. I'm talking crazy on
You know,
camera, like, you
I
know
was
what I
like,
mean?
damn, I caught a stray.
Yeah,
So, but hey, I get it. It's part of the game, man. Yo, both them rounds was
yeah.
very, very tough. We gonna announce the winner. Both of y'all niggas spit, and good luck on making the next to the next. And good luck on making it to the next round, fellas.
Hey yo, check this out. 1 time for your mind, 2 times for your soul. Where the fuck my remote so I can mute this TV and shit? I could do it without mute. Yo, Dame, check this out. I'm tired every time you make a motherfucking video and you holding your motherfucking teeth like this in and shit. And niggas tag me in that shit. So like, yo, talk shit. Yo, Dame, fuck all that little tight jaw shit, nigga. These right here will keep them bitches in, nigga. I could sing the bridge with my false teeth in with these motherfuckers, Damon Dash. Fuck all that money you got. Niggas want you to be talking like fucking tough. I'm not a fucked up nigga like that, Dame, okay? So I'm telling you, I just saw you on the river looking like you holding your fucking teeth and you don't want to talk. Nigga, you might well pull them bitches out if that's what you gotta do. But I know you don't want to do it, so give some of these motherfucking strips, Dame. Because I'm telling you, every time they see you with your teeth and you doing that shit you doing like you on the river, like you holding your dentures in, nigga, fuck you. Strips, nigga. Thank me later, motherfucker, okay? Stop walking around looking like you look like a nigga you got your jaw broke or some shit because you can't open your mouth because your fucking top jib is gonna fall out again. Nigga, strips, alright? Fuck out of here. Y'all stop tagging me. Now y'all tag that nigga Damon Dash in this motherfucker. Yo, Dame, look what Shan got for you so your fucking teeth will stop falling the fuck out. What Shan know? He don't wear his nigga but when my shit be in, bitch. And I got a full set, not just that 3 that you keep falling out your mouth, nigga. I got a whole set. And that bitch don't move nowhere. As long as I got these bitches. So Dame, start using these bitches so these niggas could stop tagging me in your motherfucking videos when your fucking teeth is falling out, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. A broke nigga could afford these bitches. You ain't gotta keep talking like a jaw broke motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. Fuck out of here. Broke nigga could afford these and shit. Strips, Dame.
And welcome back to Talk with Flea. This nigga back. The yes man. We'll just say the yes man is back in the building. Yes man.
The abused yes man. The abused one.
Yo, so Sin, I know you just seen the interview with me and Unman. Yo, that was a really shout out to my man Lance Rivera, cause you know,
listen,
yeah, man, yeah, cause you know, some things were said on the internet a couple weeks ago, and I felt really bad about it. But for us to sit down and iron things, not just iron things out, talk about stuff that he didn't know on his end and shit I ain't know on my end, and that shit was dope, man. That shit was real dope, man. And you know, I don't know the word to use for it, but you know, because the new shit is healing. I ain't doing healing, but it was some dope shit, man. Shout out to my man Lance Rivera, and of course my nigga Jacob York too, man.
So the question we want to know, is why did you get so? Why did it go that way with you, man? Tell me what triggered you to make you react to what unsaid like that.
What unsaid? Because this is the God's honest truth, and I promise, I swear to God, you know, I don't watch them interviews. I when I say that, I don't watch whole interviews. I don't watch, like, I don't care who it is, not even people I'm arguing with or love or whatever. I don't care if it's Bootsy or T.I. or Tony Yayo. I'm just naming names of people doing interviews. I only watch clips here and there, pieces of the interviews. I've never watched the whole Vlad or watched the whole Art of Dialogue, and I think those are both great podcasts. That's why I named them. But I don't sit down and watch people talk for an hour or two. And not saying this shit ain't dope or important. I just never have. So when I see clips of stuff, I only see the clips. And I seen 2 clips Un had said that was like, yo, it might have been the reason Cam got me stabbed by Jay-Z. And I'm like, hold up. Then the next clip he said was, yeah, well, he don't like the Confessions of Fire album. Maybe he should have performed that at the Verses. And I'm like, yo, what the Verses got to do with this? It seemed like it was a shot at me. But being that we got to talk and ironed it out, that was the reason why I kind of was like, yo, bro, I've never said nothing bad about Un in my life. So to me, he was taking shots at me, and I may have misinterpreted it. But I'm like, yo, bro, all I do is give niggas praise and thanks for giving me opportunity, but just having that conversation was dope, and we ironed it out.
What was the Verses? a shot? Because I want to ask you something about the verses. I know we got a whole lot to talk about, but was the verses, did you take that in offense?
I kind of did, because it was like, the reason I took it as an offense, because it was like, it wasn't about the verses. They asked you about the album, and then you just threw the verse in. And now we all know that the Lox killed us at the verses, which was fine. That's a moment in time, hip hop history, which was, and like I said, the Lox always been my brothers. If anybody I'm not mad losing to, was them niggas, ever. But it was like, to me, it was unnecessary. It was like, yo, where did the verses come from? All he did was ask you about Confessions of Fire. Well, if it would have did that at the verses, I'm like, to me, it was a shot. But like I said, we're past that now.
You even made a comparison one time to the verses. You was like, it was like Errol Spence against Crawford.
Yeah.
The highly favored didn't do so good. You know what I mean? So I thought you took it all in jokes, because immediately you called me after the verses and was laughing about it. You was like, yo, niggas almost lost you today. I said, yo, it's crazy.
No, the thing about it is this, is that like me and you joking and all this, and listen, it was jokes for, it's still jokes. It's 4 years old, still be jokes in there.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be the butt of everybody joke. That's just not, I'm not a punching bag. That's just not, I'm not that. So that's how I took it. We could joke here and there, but like, yo, is that niggas gonna be niggas go-to? Is that the new go-to? Because niggas only got 2-3 things they could go to in 30 years. Niggas always go to the same 2-3 things to talk about when they want to diss me or say something slick about me. So at the end of the day, I'm like, where'd that come from?
What's up with you and Dame?
The best question,
man?
What's up with you and Dame? Why he called you and my man Larry, yes man. Matter of fact, the whole crew's here tonight, everybody. PT's in the house, Larry's in the building. Why all the yes men and the niggas who don't tell Cam what they need to hear, don't hear it. But what's up with y'all niggas? Well, let me get to me. Before we get to me.
I need 2 minutes.
Everybody's in the house tonight.
2 minutes.
Everybody's in the house tonight.
I want to address everything that I want to address everything that he said.
All right.
And Dame, I never disrespected you, and I don't plan to. I always looked up to you. You know what I mean? I'm at the age now where I don't look up to niggas no more. I admire what they do, but that's it, bro. You said you abused me. Listen, Dame, we grew up on a block. If you're talking about snapping, we grew up on a block with you, Crazy Al, the bus driver, Boo, Freddie. And you remember Fred, because Fred heated you up so bad to where you wanted to fight. So you talk about sensitivity, like, let's not go there. I don't know you the reason why now, part of the reason why now, niggas can't offend me. I don't give a fuck. I could snap all day. So I don't know what that abuse part, then people was hitting me like, yo, you was at a fight or whatever. Dame, you know me better than that. Ask your cousin. I didn't know that was your cousin. Our first conversation. I was never at no fight. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, and even if I was, you know, come on now. You know me better than that, Dame. 3, I want Dame to stop acting so naive of why people are talking about him. Bro, you're a part of hip-hop history. You and Jay built something. Early 90s, mid-2000s were the golden years of hip-hop, where niggas was selling 10 million records and all that. You and Jay was one of the people that had shit on lock. People are going to talk about you. I'm sorry that you're important. You know what I mean? You coming on here trying to be funny with me. I don't know what yes man you're talking about. Let me explain one more thing. Since the moment I started doing music with Cam, probably like 2017, well, no, that don't count because it was just me and him and Jim doing mixtapes, but that don't count. I've been getting paid, and I've always had my opinion. So I don't know, just because you saying that he pays us, we can't. I tell him when he's wrong. We snap on each other. Cam got 2 expensive punk ass dogs that I hate. And I snap on his dogs all the time. You know how he snaps back? He sends me a picture of the 2 dogs on the yacht and say, my dog's on the yacht while y'all on the block. And it's funny. So what do you mean niggas can't snap on? What do you mean niggas can't? And when I feel Cam is wrong, I tell him. When I feel I'm not down with something, I let him know. The whole shit with Cam, and sorry to bring his name up, you know what I mean? Because I don't want him to feel a certain way, but when Cam and Jim was going through what they was going through, I told both of them, yo, chill. But I'm this type. Listen, y'all chill. Y'all don't want. All right, well, let them niggas get that shit off their chest. I have a friend now that when we see each other, we might shoot 5, and we hang around the same niggas. None of them niggas is getting involved. A few might have some jokes like, yo, Sin gonna beat you up, and he'd be like, nigga, I'm slam Sin on his head. Yo, bro, leave niggas alone out of that. Whatever you have between you and Cam got your own relationship. So I just wanted to address that. Like, and I just think, like, Dame, I know you, bro. I've been around you for a long time. I looked up to you. Shout out to everybody from the block or whatever that you understand what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Radu, Spanish Joey, all the niggas that was there in the beginning. I know you, Dame. So don't come up here and try to be funny and try to offend niggas like with your little slick talk or whatever, because nobody ever disrespected you. And that's what I had to say about that.
Yo,
I know. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Nah.
I'm like, yo, why is Dave coming at me?
We getting a round robin, man. You said what you had to say. And listen, bro, I'm just listening because everything you say is right. Let me tell you something before Larry has something to say. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Me and this is not no joke. I told, if people don't know, the reason I even started it is what it is, because me and this nigga used to argue over sports for 2 hours. He finds a way to argue with me every day for 48 minutes minimum. I don't know how I get dragged into arguments every day. I'm not capping. This nigga will disagree with everything I say. Even when he realized that he's wrong, he'll find a way to make it right and himself right. So that's what I'm saying, Dame. The shit that you saying is totally off. But Larry, you got something to say about it? Because I didn't see it, because I guess I don't be watching Dame, because I can't watch a nigga with one eye and no teeth until he gets shit together. Maybe I'll pay some mind. But Larry, what did you have to say about this?
Man, I got a lot, but a little, because I'm like Sin. You know, you have the ultimate respect for the guy. You know, he accomplished a lot, but then, you know, some of the stuff I didn't like is that, you know, some of the lies, like when him saying that I'm the reason why he got sued. I have nothing to do with the reason why Dame got sued. One of my biggest problems with Dame when I was doing business was, and I did do business with Dame, I have receipts. I paid Dame for his services, right? I think I was late one time, and you know, he got mad at me. He's like, yo, he tried to cook. Oh man, you was late. Da, da, da. And I was only late because I was helping him with Honor Up because Lionsgate didn't give him any budget to promote unless he lied to me, right? So as a friend, I looked out and I flew his crew out to Vegas and did all of that. So that's one thing I didn't like, and that's a complete lie. I can talk to Mike, and Mike is a cool dude over at Muddy Waters. Had nothing to do with me. Now, what pissed me off even more is that I did a movie with Dame. I followed Dame on that path because I wanted to be in movies, and I followed him. I put up $52,000. That shit is like poof, vamoose. It left. And that's where we had a falling out, and he got mad at me on the phone because he was talking greasy to me, and I hung up on him. And ever since that point, he says I do bad business because I hung up on him. And as a man, I'm not gonna let nobody talk to me greasy. Just because I don't act like I'm tough or do this doesn't mean I ain't prepared for war. You know what I'm saying? If Dame was in my face,
Ooh.
I mean, it would have probably been a different, because it's not cool, because he talks about respect, but on that phone call, he didn't give any respect, right? So that was my way of saying, I'm not going to tolerate this. I'm a grown man. I'm not a child, especially if I'm one of your peers.
Well, listen. Let me just ask you the question so you can answer them and don't have to give a speech. The way it goes like this, if y'all don't know, y'all keep bringing Larry's name up, Dame, this is. He'd be like, yo, I gave you Larry. Pause, which is crazy. Yo, first of all, Dame, you met Larry through Noriega.
Right.
So is Noriega supposed to be mad that Larry was starting to do business with Dame? So is Nori mad? Secondly, you dead wrong. Larry, so this was going on. Larry doesn't know anything about the movie business. Dame says, look, let's go 3 ways on a movie. 50,000 from me, 50,000 from Larry, not me, another nigga, and 50,000 from Dame, Larry, and Mike is the dude name.
Yeah.
Larry allocates the money to some lady that Dame tells him to allocate the money to. When Larry calls Dame and says, yo, I gave her the money, Dame said, you stupid motherfucker, why would you give her the money? She's stealing. Larry's like, yo, I don't know this lady. You gave me her number and told me to give the money to her. I don't know nothing about movies. You dumb motherfucker. Why would you say you stupid? Da 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 da. So Larry hangs up because he doesn't feel like dealing with your verbal abuse. So then he hits me and was like, yo, Cam, we not speaking to Larry. I said, why? He said, because he hung up on me. I said, bro, everybody don't want your verbal abuse. Fuck that. We not speaking to him. I'm like, that's not a good reason. The reason that I'm saying that is this, because Larry let Boogie, Dame's son, live with him for 5 years. He lived with him. When Dame, you ain't have nowhere for him to stay or whatever, I don't know what the situation is. I don't give a fuck what the situation is. If that man lets your son live with him for 5 years as a grown man, you should never have no problem with him. Not only that, Larry was paying you $5,000 a month to post weed on your page. That's a lie. You ain't Snoop Dogg, nigga. You ain't Wiz Khalifa. You ain't down with the smokers. Like, you ain't one of them in the smokers unit with all the niggas who be getting high. Nigga, that's a lot of money for you just to post some weed. So he gives you $50,000 for a movie, pay you for a year straight, $5,000 a month for weed, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And because you diss him for paying somebody $50,000 that he never met before, that you told him to pay, now niggas not speaking to him. When you came to Vegas before, when you ain't have to buy no hotel room, Larry gave you hotel rooms because he had comps. You ain't have to rent no cars. Larry let you hold his Mercedes truck when you was here. All type of shit. When you wrong, bro. It ain't about nothing else but being wrong, my nigga. And you've never been wrong. I've never heard you say you're wrong. I heard you say you're wrong a couple times because it was a benefit for you, but you can't admit when you're wrong. So for you trying to come at Larry, I just don't feel that's right. The man let your son live with him for 5 years. Bust this shit, son. The nigga Larry finally found a place for Boogie to live. Now, mind you, this isn't a little kid. Boogie's 24, 25, 26 at this time he's living there. Larry found a place for Boogie to live when he's getting on his own. Dame calls the nigga and says, yo, you know my son's an alcoholic. Why would you find an apartment with a bar in the lobby to let him live in there? Yo, Dame, how about come get your own fucking son? What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? The nigga, what are you talking about? He's not his guardian, he's not nobody, just a nigga that had mad love for you. Not only that, you doing all this shit when Larry is going through some personal shit at home with his family, which that's some real sucker shit because you know what he's going through in his personal life. If you got a problem with me, have a problem with me. Don't have a problem with everybody else. So Larry,
For real.
So let me clarify you, since we don't check you or we don't. It wasn't 5 years. It was like 2.5 years.
Okay, pardon me.
So that's what I'm saying. Since we don't never say nothing, we don't do that to you. We don't correct you.
We can't
We don't
talk.
correct you.
My bad,
We can't say shit.
Yeah.
And
I said it was 5 years, nigga.
So at the end of the day, you know, he came and stayed with us. He family to us, and he always gonna be family. I don't have nothing bad to say about Dame. Just don't lie. Don't lie. Be honest.
Dave said that you suing him right now.
I'm not suing Dame nothing.
He said that the movie never came, the movie come out, now you out here suing him. And I'm hanging out with a nigga who's suing him.
As my man British would say, show me the paperwork.
Yeah.
Show me the paperwork.
Yeah.
As my nigga British would say,
Yeah.
show me the paperwork. I
Yeah,
ain't got,
man.
listen, I've been sued once and I won the lawsuit. I'm not suing nobody. I mean, I kind of knew what I was getting into when I was dealing with Dame. I was gambling. I was rolling the dice. I understood what it was after being around him for a while. I understood what it was.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I thought he was going to do the right thing.
I just wish nigga bring my name up when there's communication. And him and Dame made millions of money, millions of dollars together. My name was never brought up then. And you want to bring my name up? That's all. Shit, that's all I have for that. Bring my name up when it's good time.
Dame can't stand prosperity. That's what I realized about Dame. Can't stand it.
And what you mean by that?
Can't stand prosperity. The dude Mike at Muddy Waters was good. We was all on the team. We was ready to rock and roll, to do more movies, put up more bread. And instead of him just being cool and understanding what was going on, he started barking. Because, and let me clarify something else. I put up 52. Mike put up 85. Dame only had 29 in. So it was more than 150. So let's be clear
Hold on,
about
Larry,
that.
but
And because
hold on,
Dame
hold on.
did,
Sin,
because,
you gotta wait for people to stop talking because you're talking over and you delay.
and because Dame didn't have enough money in, that's when he started projecting. That's the God honest truth. Because we was looking like, yo, Dame, we have another bill to pay us, $11,000. You got the lowest end. You go ahead and take care of that. I got the receipts, Cam. I got everybody I paid when he didn't pay them.
Right. Gotcha. Sin, what was you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, people made points on the outside that could have common sense that could see, like Wayno and Urban Politician TV. They said we wasn't talking about Dame. We just said he misfinanced his money. You know what I mean? Like he mismanaged his money. Sorry. I was never talking about your teeth and you going bankrupt. That would never happen on this show. You gotta watch the show, bro, to understand. Stop, you know what I mean? Stop assuming. So I wanted to make that clear.
And I just gotta
He's
say one
assuming
last
and
thing, Cam.
jumping out the window.
I gotta say one last thing. Dame, you have my number. That's what you tell everybody. You have my number. Call me. Don't call my son. Like you said on your video, don't call my son. You call me. You got my number. Man to man, you call me. Straight up.
PT. Yo, P, how you get involved, P?
I don't know.
what you do, P?
I didn't do nothing. I thought I always tell you when you're wrong.
That's
like
a fact.
Like you tell me when I'm wrong.
That's a fact.
And I also call and tell you when he calls me.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I'm getting involved. And just for the record, Cam doesn't always answer my phone calls neither. I don't feel no way. Because I know he's going to call me back at some time. So, you know, I don't know, man.
Yeah. I don't know how any of you guys got in this, man. I feel so bad. Y'all guys are guilty by association, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll say this, bro. And this is, to me, to be totally honest with you, I don't even feel right going back and forth with Dame. The shit is just too stupid, to be honest with you. But to me, this has been one big setup. I will say that. I think this whole shit from the jump is a setup, bro. The nigga, and this is what he does, right? And I said this before, but I'm going to reiterate it since this is lingering and going on. Dame is beefing with 50 Cent on the internet. I bump into 50 Cent. 50 Cent sees me and be like, Killer, what's up, nigga? Getting some money. You know how niggas, nigga, what you used to do back in the days, pat nigga pocket, you getting that money? Cool. Me and 50 good. We ain't got no problem. Dame calls me and says, yo, I seen 50. How you gonna let him pap you up? This is verbatim what Dame said. I'm telling the audience verbatim. Yo, I seen 50, you and 50. How you gonna let him pap your pockets? That ain't Harlem. You down with the Pap Pap Club? How you down with the Pap Pap Club letting nigga pat your pockets?
To Dame Dash, who said 50 Cent pat Cameron on his ass.
Me and Dame, we be going through these little speak and don't speak, but I love that nigga, and I don't let niggas talk about Dame around me. He called me, he like, yo, you down with the Pap Pap Club?
So why he giving you the pat pat?
And I'm like, what are you talking about, Dame?
Since when there's a pound, when they see each other, they smacking each other on the
I
hips.
said, it wasn't nothing, it was all good.
You know, 50 patted him on his hips twice. He gave him a pat pat. What's that all about? Do you say stop? What do you do when a strong ass nigga with a tight suit smacks you on the ass?
This nigga Dame is crazy.
We not in the pat pat club.
He says, you mind if I talk about it? I don't care, do whatever you want to do. Yo, Cam letting niggas come up and smack him on the ass. You didn't tell me that on the phone, because I would not okay for you to say that niggas is coming up smacking me on the ass. It always goes too far. You violating, bro.
No pat pat.
I said, Dame, you crazy, whatever, man. However you want to say it's crazy, man. He says, me and 50 going through something on the internet right now. You mind if I bring that up and say that he was paying your pockets? I say, Dame, I don't give a fuck, whatever. Now, mind you, pause this story right there. If you going to say something about 50 cents, what are you calling me for to get my okay if you're beefing with 50 cents? You shouldn't even have to call me about that if you're going to be talking about 50 cents. Unpause the story. Dame gets on the blog and says, yeah, and this nigga Cam let 50 Cent smack him on the ass. Not the Pap Pap Club, not the pockets, which, Cam, that ain't Harlem. How you let a nigga smack you on the ass? But then again, what you supposed to do when a big, strong nigga come over and slap you on the ass? I'm like, bro, that's not what I agreed for you to say. But pause. Think about it. If you was dissing somebody Why would you have to call somebody you not dissing to get permission? That was his backup. So when he said it, I'm like, yo, why would he say that? I called and asked you. I asked you, could I say that? That's not what you asked, could you say, because I wouldn't agree to that. I did not agree to that. You called me about something else. But I didn't say anything. I ignored it. I ignored the whole shit. I just didn't pick up the phone for the nigga because I'm like, bro, I don't know what's up with the nigga. Boom, I ignore that. I'm not even paying it no mind, I ignore it. So now, after that, he does another interview. The person asks him, yo, do you feel that people should look out for you more or take care of you? Whatever the verbiage was, you shouldn't have to work no more and because you put so many people on. The person doing the interview said this. You looked out for Rachel Roy, you looked out for Jay-Z, you looked out for Kanye, you looked out for Kevin Hart. Period. Dame jumps in and says, and Cam. The person didn't even say my name. He threw my name in it. The person didn't even throw me on the list.
Like, I should never have to ask for nothing.
Yeah, you're right, man. You put a lot of people on, man. Nobody can front on that, man. Jay, Kanye, Kevin Hart, them three alone, man. Superstar names.
Lee Daniels, Cameron, Rachel Roy, you know, like you say, it's a lot. I don't really know about Kevin, but most of them had to like do things that I don't respect to get where they had to go. You understand? Like where it's like they'll be ashamed. Like they've done things where I can't be around.
Why am I in it? Yo, bro, it seemed like you want a problem with me. I'm ignoring the whole shit. So then I made a comment. I say, yo, Dame's my bro. This is my man. Look, Dame would be super duper up. I think he just mismanages his money. Because Dame would tell you he got the museum walls in his house. He took a jet here, pop tags. He don't wear the same jersey 2 times. If you wear socks twice, you a bum. This all over the years. You know what I'm saying? I said, Dame mismanages his money. Like right now, he just filed for a $23 million bankruptcy. If that's not mismanaging your money, I don't know what is. But at the end of the day, cool. I just said that I didn't diss him or nothing. I said, Dame, if he would be super up. Next thing he do another interview. Niggas talk about niggas' money. That's what girls do. That's girly shit right there. That's girly shit. So I'm like, this is becoming a pattern when he's doing interviews. So then he does another interview and says, yo, Cam don't support nothing I do. He don't support Honor Up. Then he puts out the 8-track album. He don't support that. That's when I said, okay, enough's enough. Yo, that's when I gave my opinion on the Honor Up movie. I didn't diss him. I said it was whack. I didn't like it. And I told him why I didn't support the 8-track album. Boom. That's what he wanted. He explodes. He goes crazy after this. I put Cam on. Niggas snuff Cam. He ain't do this. I'm the one who took care of Cam. Send you a yes man. Larry, you a yes man. PT, you don't be telling them the right thing to do. On and on and on for an hour, 2 hours. And I'm like, bro, this nigga lied me because the first thing that ever came out, you called me back to the beginning. You lined me up. You called to diss 50, but diss me. And because I ignored you, you kept going until I did not ignore you. And then when I said something purely about not liking Honor Up and how we filmed the movie Honor Up, you exploded, so you lied me. That's how I take it, my nigga. I was ignoring you even though you dissed me 2-3 times. Finally, when I say something, you've been wanting to get all this off your chest. And I feel good that you got all this off your chest. Pause. This shit that you've been wanting to say. You talk about bleak your ops. You using the word ops, B? Like, yo, it's crazy. What are you talking about, man? The thing about it is this, like this, and I get everybody ain't there. And even on Bleak's show, I talked about, Bleak did an interview with me. I'm getting ready to be on his podcast as well. It's like certain people, and I guess Dame's not there, to where when you have problems with people, I figure it's so long ago or so old, so old that you be like, yo, we over it. We done got some more money. We still live. Niggas still here. Niggas ain't dead. We could talk about old shit. And that's where me and Bleak was at. He told me I'm interviewing his ops. I'm like, you got beef with Bleak? Look, think about this, Sin, right? Larry P. Think about this, right? Memphis Bleak has a billionaires, the richest musician in America ever, on line one. And he's sitting down with me where we have known rap beef, talking about Jay-Z or whatever. Jay-Z ain't thinking about that shit because Bleak wouldn't even did the interview. You get what I'm saying?
Not at all.
At all. At all. So if Jay-Z not tripping and Bleak not tripping, what are you so mad about, bro? Everybody got over it. And I understand what you're saying. Well, I ain't over it because maybe you're in the position that you're in. Pause. Because if you was doing better, you wouldn't give a fuck. You'd be like, man, that nigga just talking. They doing interviews talking about old times, this, that, and the third. Ain't nobody die. Ain't nobody get shot. Ain't nobody get beat up. Ain't nobody get hurt. You could talk about it. Now, if somebody put hands on somebody got shot, somebody got stabbed, I get it. This was all pure rap beef, talking, and then niggas got over it. To the point where Sin was telling me, he was talking about when I did the concert with Jay-Z. I thought that was dope that niggas could squash their differences and do a concert. Dame turns it into a joke because Jay-Z still ain't picking up. Oh, y'all the bow tie twins. He made you dress up like him. He made you dress up like him. But before I did that, Dame is in this dark-ass room apologizing to Jay-Z, Lior, Steve Stout. Matter of fact, Nick, let's go to the clip.
Minding my business. I have no beef with anybody. Pause. I'm looking past it. So Jay-Z, if I've offended you, I apologize. Lior Cohen, if I offended you, I apologize. Steve Stout, if I've offended you, I apologize. Just because you don't have the same morals and principles, it's cool. I'm not angry no more. I did what I had to do. And Biggs, I'm sorry, bro, if I offended you. Whatever you're doing, I'm with it. I love you, man, and I know you're mad at me, but whatever. I'm sorry. I can admit it. You know, when I make some money, I'll send you something. Just because you're my brother, I love your family.
Damn, I did that concert after you made, like 5 days after you made that apology. So I see you sniffling in this dark-ass room crying, saying you sorry. I'm like, okay, he ain't got no problem with niggas. Good, let's move on. Do the concert. After I do the concert, I'm the bow tie twins and the champagne brothers. and I'm a sucker.
Why you gotta say he's sniffling? See what you doing? You antagonize. Don't say sniffle. Why you gotta say sniffle?
You want me to pull the clip back up? I pull the clip. I have Nick play it 2 times. He in there sniffling. Listen, Sin, you talking about I'm antagonizing. When we watched the video the other day, you said, yo, you could see it in his eyes. And nigga said, nah, you can only see it in one eye. Can't see it in his eyes. We seen it in his eyes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I hope his health is good, man. I hope his health is
no. Not dead ass. I hope his health is good too, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like my nigga, God forbid I'm ever in that situation, which I don't want him to be in no bad situation either. But nigga, everybody in this room, including you, Sin, even though you on Zoom, is gonna be like, yo, Flea, I think you need to wait to do this interview, nigga. Jibs falling out. Nah. I would have knocked the camera over if one of my friends tried to do that shit. Knock the camera, hit the lights, punch the, yo, nah, we not doing this, bro. You can't come on TV like this. This is wild. Who tells them to take your teeth out mid-interview? Who does that? Like, yo, bro, who are you around? You talking about yes men. Nobody I with would allow me to do that. And if they did, they suckers. I'd be like, yo, you knew
super suckers.
I'd be like, yo, P, you a sucker. I ain't know I was gonna look like that, nigga. Fuck you. Yo, yes, man. Let's think about this, man, before I finish to this story. Like, I've seen somebody say, right, and this is, and let's not get it fucked up. Dame helped mad people, bro. Mad people, whether it's not just musicians, people who's in power now who got president jobs and A&R jobs and the head of music, like not just like, we always use the usual suspects, the Camerons, the Kanyes, the Jay-Z's, the Kevin Harts, the Rachel Roy's. It is a plethora of people, corporate people working right now because of Dame. It's the president of this, I ain't gonna say their name, the president of this company, or the vice president of this company, or the head of A&R for this, or the head of video for this. I'm not like I said, I can name all the names. I'm not. Dame helped all these people out. And for every last one of these people not to be speaking to Dame, let's think about this. All these people you looked out for, helped out, or y'all did together. No, can't just say Dame put you on without your hustle. You work with, why none of these people fuck with you? I was the last one. Everybody just be like, nah, enough's enough for the crazy. I be like, nah, that's my nigga. So everybody you help, nobody fucks with you? Out of everybody you help? Does that say more about them or does that say more about him? That's the real question. You get what I'm saying? So
you and Charlamagne the God twins?
Yeah, I seen that too. Charlamagne the God had a post, and somebody sent it to me too. That talking about, look at his new buddy. Yo, bro, I didn't tell Charlamagne to say this. I didn't tell Wayno to say this. This is just their opinion, my nigga. I haven't even spoke to Charlamagne in I don't know how long. And me and Charlamagne and Wayno, we all good. But I'm just saying, anybody who has something to say, you attack them, but you attack everybody. You're allowed to say anything about anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And I've never known Dame to be a liar. But the way he was mixing the truth with the lies, bro, that's really, really, really disappointing to see how he was mixing the lies with the truth. And I'm like, bro, I didn't know this nigga was a liar too. He never lied, man. For instance, right? Just one of the scenarios, he was like, yo, and Cam and Mace, they didn't really want to buy my third of Roc-A-Fella. They was just doing that to tease Jay or get mad at Jay. Look, this is how this went. And Mace, I don't want to say he don't fuck with Dame, but they just don't have the best relationship. When we seen that Dame owe $800,000 to a debt, or these people would get his third of Roc-A-Fella. Mace was like, yo, nah, bro, come on, B, that's Dame, bro. Word to everything I love. He like, that's Dame. And he don't even, like I said, they don't have the best relation. He's like, nah, tell him, he's like, yo, you want to go 5-5? We can't let this nigga go out like that. So I called Dame. I say, yo, Mace wanna help out. So he's like, we got $1 million. He's like, well, I don't know, because young boy NBA called me up. He got $2 million. We like, all right, cool. Like, we just wanted to get you out the news for looking bad. So I guess the young boy NBA thing fell out. So Mace called back the next day. Yo, see what he want to do. He like, yo, just wait on it. I might got another deal. So Mace like, yo, bro, he said, you got $1 million today in your account today. Today. Hold on, I might got a deal for $6 million. I'm like, all right, cool. Dame waits 3 weeks to call back and says, yo, what's up? What's up? Y'all want to bust that move? So when I called Beth back, Beth like, nah, man. Nah, the deal's off. We ain't doing it. He waited 3 weeks. So I said, Dame, Mace ain't picking up. I just said like that. I said, I don't think he want to do it. He tries to use reverse psychology on me and be like, oh, you gotta wait for that nigga to bust a move. Oh, you can't bust your own moves. I feel you. I feel you can't bust your own moves. No, I can't, Dame. I can't bust my own moves. I'm not feeding into that. No, I can't. I had 500,000. Mace had 500,000. And no, I don't have $1 million to give you for that, because the thing about it was this. We were saying to this, if we found a way to make more money off of it, me and Mace was saying, once we get our $1 million back, we're willing to give, let's say we sold it for $2 million. Give us our $1 million and we'll bust the other $1 million down with you, just so he can have some bread. Like, we didn't really need it. And we came on, and don't get it fucked up. Me and Mace came on the show a couple of times, like, yeah, we got the Roc-A-Fella shit. But we trying to do a TV show. You know what I'm saying? We're doing this for entertainment purposes. But behind closed doors, you know, we wasn't really trying to get at Jay-Z and none of that shit. We're just entertaining. But behind closed doors, we really was trying to give you the money so you could get the fuck out the news for owing $800,000. We felt embarrassed for you. And think about this. Like I said, Beth don't got the rest relationship with you. So for him to call me and be like, nah, this shit ain't right, bro. Cool. So 3 weeks pass. He want to do it. Beth is off the joint. And I'm like, good, because I didn't want to do it anyway because I thought it was a bad investment. What I would have done if shit ain't go right is been like, yo, Biggs, what you want to do, man? Like, and that's straight up and down. Whether Dame likes that or not, and he'll come back on and be like, good, I'm glad I didn't sell it to y'all because Biggs didn't even have it or whatever. It would have been the right thing to do. Because what people don't know, Sin, P, Larry, is that Jay-Z offered him $1.5 million for the third before anybody. Wow. For the other third of Roc-A-Fella, he got offered $1.5 million from Jay-Z or Biggs or whoever or a combination. And he like, nah, I'm not selling to them niggas. Fuck that. He didn't want them to have it. So before I came around, Drake, NBA YoungBoy, he had a deal from Jay-Z and Biggs to buy it, but he didn't want to sell it to them because it was them. However he feel about it, I can't knock it. I can't get in their business. I'm not in the Roc-A-Fella, Biggs, Day and Jane business, but he was that stubborn not to buy it. And after all that gambling, nobody ended up getting it. So you got 1.5 on the table. You got a guaranteed $1 million from me and Mace on the table. And then you gamble trying to get $6 million. You talking about Drake is calling you. All these other people that are supposed to call you never followed through. And the deal fell through. And now you sitting there saying that we never want the help. That's a lie. That's a lie. Go ahead, son. You got something to say?
He did say, when you mentioned Biggs and Jay, he is on this campaign like you broke them up. And now you're laughing about it. You know what I mean? Like I seen him say that, but he don't know we talked about it on the show and you was like, yo, I did jump out the window. Like I was excited or whatever. So he thinks you're making fun of it.
I'm not making fun of it. I'm saying, let's think about this. I'm not saying I'm not using the word contribute. Part of what I've rushed and said I was going to be the vice president, because like he said, not president, vice president. That I may have rushed and said that. But if you want to be serious about it, let's think about this, bro. You shot the movie Death of a Dynasty. Why would you shoot the movie? Y'all were the dynasty, and then you shoot a movie called Death of a Dynasty? What are you told? Why would you do that? You told me. Now, if you want to be technical, see, it's a lot of personal shit I'm not going to do. I'm not going to say it. I'm just not going to do it. But I will say this one. You told me you stopped fucking with Jay because he didn't want to pay Biggs no more. You like, this nigga don't even want to pay Biggs no more, so I can't fuck with the nigga. Then you say in another interview, you stopped fucking with Jay because you knew it was over when he stopped playing the pause game. What is it, Dane? You go. It's 100 reasons why this shit didn't go right. So I'm not sitting there saying that me announcing that didn't hurt the situation, but you told me 3-4 different things. And not only told me 3-4 different things, you're on the internet saying 1 million different things of why it broke up. Now, me and Bleak had a conversation about it because me and Bleak are in great space right now. Like I said, I'm sorry if you're not, and if you are, great for you. But we're mature enough to have a conversation on why things may have went bad. This is all shit from 20 years ago. If you haven't recovered from the shit from 20 years ago, I get it. This is why I say I'm not even mad at you for getting all this off your chest. This sounds like this been on your chest pause for 20 years. Get it out. But you took mad personal shots at me, bro. You did mad personal shots that had nothing to do with that. And I don't mind. It's no problem. I don't mind snapping. I thought we were snapping. But once I said I didn't like Honor Up, this nigga got personal. But to me, it was all a setup anyway. From the very beginning, it was one, I'll use Honor Up to say everything I really want to say. That's what I'm saying. You lied me. And then when I get a little fleeish, I'll use, I'm a sucker. I go too far. This, that, and the third. Bro, I ignored you for wild interviews. And then I say honor up his whack and he go on this campaign. That's what happened, bro.
Were you mad, or were you were snapping the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Am I or?
Okay. So when I say snapping,
like he's mad and
yeah, no, like bro, I can't. It don't even feel right going back and forth with him, especially in this condition. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't know if his health is good or whatever, and I wish him. I hope his health is good. But this is the part I'm talking about as his man. You come talking about me with an eye patch and no top teeth. I gotta take it easy. I don't know how this work, bro.
Shoe was on the other foot, he'd have roasted you.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say, my nigga. I can make mad jokes. I'm not going to do it, bro. I put some jokes on my page. That's what I'm saying. When on my page I was snapping, but he getting so personal. I'm like, bro. That's why I put on my page, like, bro. I put up the family therapy shit. And I'm like, yo, bro, you called your kids clowns on TV. You dissing your brothers on TV, on WeTV and VH1. That's another thing he like, that I heard he said. Talking about Cam want to work for Revolt. I was trying to buy Revolt. I don't work for Revolt. Shout out to Revolt, which is great partners. I license my show to them, which I own. And they've been great partners. Then the next thing is, once I say that, well, you don't want to pass the plug. Yo, bro, you never gonna win. You never gonna win. You talking about you trying to buy Revolt, bro? Come on, let's be realistic, my nigga. Okay.
It's to the public. That's why I wanted you to clear all this up, because to the public, it's looking like you was ungrateful. Mm-hmm. And then the way he made it seem like, well, damn, did you really not fuck with me all this time? Because you broke my company up. So that's why you definitely need to touch all bases of what he said. Because it's looking like you was ungrateful. Mm-hmm. He put you on. And I actually agree with Dame when he said the people he put on should, look out for him. So that was, I guess the yes man didn't agree with that. You know what I mean? Like, we wasn't on the same page with that. But this is looking like he was you ungrateful.
Listen, if you go back and look at every interview I've done over the last 30 years, 20-something years, all I do is give Dame props. All I do, every interview. He even posted on his page an interview of me giving him props. When I went and did for Black Enterprise, he posted it on his page. All I do is give him props for the last 20-something years. That's why I say he lied me. If you go back and look at any interview in the last 20 years, all I do is give this man props. So when this whole thing happened with him beefing with 50 and then he dissed me and I ignore it, then he dissed me again and I ignore it, and then he dissed me again and I say something, now all this is coming out. Like, bro, all you got to do, we live in the internet era. Go look at every interview I ever talked about Dame. All I did was give him props. But you're not going to start doing personals, bro. He started getting wild personal, throwing shots about other shit. Even like with you and Larry and shit. Like, he talked about he punched you in, not real punch, but y'all boxing, and you feel away because I put leather to your face and all. Bro, you're getting mad personal, bro. And I'm going to be honest with you. I could do mad personal shit. Mad personal. I'm like, my nigga. Shit. Bad shit, bro. Real bad shit. But I'm not gonna do that. Like I could go somewhere else. I could go really, really somewhere else and niggas would be like, like, nah, get the fuck out of here. Some real shit. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna feed into that. Because certain people aren't here to defend themselves. They're not alive or not around to defend themselves. So I'm not gonna bring up certain shit. But I could go I could really say some shit that's harmful and hurtful and foul, but I'm not going to do it only because those people don't deserve that. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to do it. But he's taking mad personals, and then when I play the way I play, oh, that ain't gangster. You ain't doing shit. Yo, stop playing with me, bro.
That ain't Harlem.
Yeah, that ain't Harlem. Just that and the third. And so you may have a couple questions to ask me, but I will say this. You keep calling Michelle and talk about, yo, I spoke. And secondly, this, I'm Queen of Harlem. Her name's the Queen of Harlem, but I call her Michelle. And she deserves the name of the Queen of Harlem. She does mad shit for the community. I'm talking about Thanksgiving drives, Christmas drives, $100,000 tournaments, juice bars. I can't even name the list of things she does for Harlem. She's really Harlem, but she's well deserving of that title, the Queen of Harlem. But niggas who know her don't call her the Queen of Harlem. Do niggas go around calling each other their Instagram name? Yo, Sin City 730. Yo, my nigga. What are you talking about? Yo, LS Boss Man Larry. Yo, P. Yo, niggas don't do that, nigga. That's how you don't know her. He keeps mentioning her, and I'm going to tell you this. He talking about, y'all spoke to the Queen of Harlem. Y'all spoke to the Queen of Harlem. This what happened, bro. He met the Queen of Harlem in one of my cribs in New Jersey. She was at my crib and he was at my crib. Both of them. So Michelle looks good. You know what I'm saying? She looks nice. But she's, to me, you know, look at her. She's one of the homies. Like I said, she look out for niggas in jail, all type of shit. She's one of the homies. So he like, yo, what's up with her? I'm like, what's up with her? He like, yo, you think I get what? I said, talk to her. Maybe. I don't fucking know. This is in my house. In my house. So they both leave. Dame calls me and says, yo, what's shorty name? I said, Michelle. He said, call her and tell her if she buy me something, I'll give her some dick. Pause.
Oh, man.
Word everything I love. Word to my dead mother. Swear to God, bro. He said, yo, I said, Dame, I'm not calling her, telling her that. He said, nah, just call her and tell her I said it. I said, I'm not doing that, bro. That's my homegirl. Oh, you can't do that for me? You can't do that for me? All right, fine. Fine, Dame. Yo, Michelle. Yo, Ken, what's good? What's good? I'm sorry to bother you with this. Dame told me to tell you if you buy him something, he'll give you some dick. What? Yo, Ken, what the fuck is... Yo, I know. I'm sorry. What the old nigga lost his mind? Fuck wrong with that old nigga? Tell him I said he bugging. I said, I knew you would say it, but he put pressure on me. I'm sorry I even called you with a click. Yo, Dame, she said you bugging. You out your mind. 3 weeks later, yo, my sister, Queen of Harlem, I'm up here, she do shit for the community. This, that, and the third. Yo, that's my homegirl, the Queen of Harlem. Yo, I called the Queen of Harlem and told her, Kim, this, that, third. The Queen of Harlem. Dame, do you know her name? Her name's Michelle. If you know people, you don't call them by the Instagram name. Secondly, you don't even know her from Harlem. You met her in New Jersey at my house. Now everything is Queen of Harlem this, Queen of Harlem that. You tried to hit, she curved, and now you want to be her sister. The real question he asked, to be honest with you, he's like, yo, Cam, you think if this word everything I love. He said, yo, you think if I hit that Rel Mac to be jealous? I said,
Yo.
I said, yo, I don't think, bro. I said, yo, Dave, everybody knows God. Michelle. I said, I don't think Rel Mac is thinking about that. Sorry, Rel, to put you in this, but this is what he said. Rel my big bro, too. He tried to throw Rel in the story a couple weeks ago. And I'll never talk on Rel's name unless he wants me to. But that's Dame's friend. But he said, you think Rel be jealous if I hit it? I said, I don't think nobody's caring. Everybody knows Michelle. Like, she's the homie, even though she bad. Nobody cares. Bro, I wonder if he be mad if I hit it. Whatever, bro. This is the shit. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Word to everything I love, man. So I don't know if you got any more questions, and that's my verbiage on it, man.
I didn't know it was gonna go there, man. He gonna be mad at that too.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He gonna be mad, but it's if either one of them and Michelle, I don't even want part in it. But that's word to everything I love, my nigga. And if Michelle got to put her hand on the Bible, which she's too classy to do, she can't lie about it neither. She know that's damn well the truth on how they met. I bet you, if you ask Michelle, she gonna be like, she can't say no. She'll curve it. I'm not saying she gonna feed into it, but she can't say no, that didn't happen. That's a fact.
He said, I need you to clear something up because what I've been believing that you ran up in the label with Luca and a bunch of 145th Street niggas or the Taliban or whatever to get off your deal, but he said that never happened. Like, we don't know who to believe now. Like, because
The
you've been
whole
telling that story for a minute.
The whole
so-
thing about it is this. Did Dame execute me getting off my deal? Yes, he did. Did Luca, and you can ask Luca, and you ask the niggas who was around. Was I going in there with 30 niggas every day? Yes, I was. Both of those is right, but he's lying saying that I wasn't going in there with a bunch of niggas. It's an interview that Dame did where he's saying I was running in there with a bunch of niggas. He said it in the interview. He was in the interview like, yeah, Cam was running in there with a bunch of niggas. I had to tell them niggas this ain't gonna stop. So you might as well let them out the deal. Now I wasn't running there with the niggas. Damn, the internet don't erase, bro. You said it. You co-signed it. So yes, you executed helping me getting off the deal, but that doesn't mean that I wasn't going in there with Luca and Jim and everybody else to get out the deal and Zeke and everybody else. That's an absolute fact. So why discredit what really happened to make yourself look better? That's why I said I didn't know him for lying like that. But it is an interview somewhere where he says, now Cam was in there running in with a bunch of niggas. I had to just tell them niggas, it ain't gonna stop, so you might as well let them out. He said it. What else you got, nigga?
Yeah, so wait a minute. Because to Dame, this is like a big deal, and he's upset to where he's going personal and everything. Mm-hmm. Is there a middle ground for y'all? I know you're not taking this shit serious because you're laughing. You call me laughing about the shit.
It's funny.
He's upset, man. We don't want Dame to be upset with us out here. He's talking about he putting leather on my face, and the only one that got punched that night was him. I thought I was going to get my ass kicked. I said, yo, Dame been boxing all his life. He's going to kick my ass. All right, fuck it. Let's do it. I just started, training with Billy Giles. I'm like, let's do it. And then he got mad, and then I saw the people that was in his house. I ain't gonna say he was showing honor up, but he kicked me out the house that day. Yeah. He said, get out. Mm-hmm. People, you snapping on me, you offending my family, get out. So I was like, all right, nigga, I'm out of here. Nigga. But nobody around him, nobody around you, Dame, told you was doing bad that night because you shouldn't have took it so personal. We just sparring. And if you did hit me in my face, so what? We're sparring. Like, Dame, I just want to, is there a middle ground for y'all? Can you come middle ground with him so he can stop being upset? Because I don't want to see the nigga.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Meet me in the middle of the Red Sea. I'll be waiting on you, nigga.
Larry, you're not helping. PT, you're not helping.
It's tough to help Dame. It's tough to help him.
Listen, bro, that nigga lined me up, bro. That nigga lined me for all this shit. That's how I'm taking it, bro. That's how I'm taking it. So the thing about it is this, and to be totally honest with you, if you think about it, Dame, everybody, ain't nobody gonna be with every last day one nigga they started with. It just, everybody can't go. But you not with one nigga, Dame. You talk about yes manners. You not with none of the business people you started with. You're not with none of the niggas you grew up in your hood. Nobody is with you, and you talking about yes man. Everybody you around work for you. You ain't got no friends, bro. None. So you can get mad at Larry, Sin, PT, whoever else that I be with, and Zeke and all the niggas that, I mean, like I said, I lost a lot of friends doing this, but I still got a lot of friends that I fuck with that I grew up with. I don't be around everybody I don't have to pay everybody I'm with. I'm trying to help niggas get money. That's what, I didn't even know he said that till you said that earlier, talking about y'all just yes men because y'all getting paid. Look, if I got find a way for my niggas to make some money, yeah, that's what it's about. What, I'm not supposed to find a way for the niggas I'm around to make some money? What are you talking about? That don't even make no sense. You know what Dame do? This is what Dame do, right? I don't know if he still do it. This is what he do. He got an intern program. This when he's living in LA. He had an intern program. And you got an intern for him for 8 months. And once you finish the intern program, he gonna hire you full-time. So intern is people who just work to, not get paid or whatever. But if you finish the 8-week intern course, he hires you full-time. Everybody gets fired at 7.5 weeks. Nobody makes it to 8 weeks. That's the shit he running. Nah, she didn't make it. I used to come back to the crib. Yo, what happened to girl working? Oh, she's gone. She didn't make the 8 weeks. I try to help niggas get money, Dave, which you used to do too. But I understand the situation you in. Yeah.
I knew we was in trouble one day. We was in my office and my taxes was laid out on the thing. And he came in and said, what, niggas is paying taxes? I knew this. My accountant had all my businesses laid out there. And then he came in with you and he was like, what, niggas is paying taxes now?
Yeah.
And I was like, come on, bro.
Yo, fam, oh man, the reason I'm laughing.
And that's a God-honest story.
No, fam, I remember, look, one time we was at dinner, me, shout out to my man Shot Kim, Shot Kim, Dame, and shout out to Otis too. We was in Noble in California. And we was talking about taxes. Dame said, y'all niggas paying taxes? You know you ain't got to pay your taxes, right? You know you ain't got to pay taxes. Nigga Shakim said, I pay advance taxes. I pay before the year even start taxes, my nigga. So I know what Larry's talking about, man. Word. But I wish him well and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he looked out for everybody too. I thought it was dope when he gave Mo and everybody a job from the block.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know if I can mention her name, but he got her a job, and I thought it was dope. I looked up to that. You know what I mean? I don't know where we went wrong. Like
me too, man. Me too, man.
Accountability.
I don't know neither, bro. And like I said, you got to think about it before we wrap up, and I'll let you say something else too. But just think about it. That's what I'm saying. Out of all the people they ain't worked with and helped out, nobody is around. Nobody. Yes, and wrap it up. What you gonna say though? Last thing.
No, I was just gonna say, well, I wish you the best. I think we all do. I just think you're taking this way too personal. If you want to snap, let's snap, nigga. We can snap all day. I actually thought that he was gonna get on there and snap on me. Like, you got this fucking gonzo looking niggas talking to you. I thought he was gonna say something funny, and I'd be like, oh, all right, I got you, Dame. But he's taking this way too personal, and I just think, Dame, like, it's not that serious, bro.
Yeah, man, I wish you well, bro, and all the luck in the world. I guess I'm gonna be putting that Jay-Z, Leor, Steve Stout room. Hey, open up the door for me, fellas. I'm on the way. Roll out the red carpet. I gotta get put in that room. I'll see y'all later tomorrow. Yo, man, thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of Talk with Flea. We'll see y'all again next week. What you never heard, a nigga took my spot. Ask some older niggas had to jukes my pops. Ran to the internet looking for props. You ain't hear about my new shit, book my ops. Now I'm minding my business like you done or you finished, nigga. Pedal to the metal, man, I'm on another level. Hot like when the tea kettle go. Silencer on the pistol. See a bad bitch, I whistle. Now I'm all up in the middle and I'm sucking on a neck, milk shot out a nipple like. Speak to me now, I talk to myself in third person. I feel exonerated, still I'm on the third working. Word to my birthstone, my Nextel chirp phone. Had them birds chirping like, ow, where my ladies at? Chill, where my baby at? Don't make me say please, put your hands on your knees and make that thing bounce like. Now I got the sun, yeah, this is one big blunder. Like when Golden State was down 3-1 to the Thunder. I ain't talking about KD, so you ain't got the wonder. But damn, you made it hot and it ain't even summer. Damn, give me a tissue, B. He got the referee's whistle, B. When niggas in the pickle, man, they all turn fickle. Like Elmo, they tickle me. Pause. Like a chair, I fold you. Your soldiers get turned to Jojers. We kept the coke in the coffee. Sank a Max House Folgers. I used to get it with Yola. Sometimes I mixed it with soda. When my son was 8 months, I kept the pistol in the stroller. Next to his formula, in case I was at war with you. Me and him, we was leaving for you. They could call the coroner. Family be in the morgue with you. Your BM sent your son to the store for her. I was in the bathroom dogging her from the back like.
Yeah, she threw it back like this is a fact. I was all up in her crack and she was licking on my sack like, ow. Chill, but where my ladies at? Chill, where my baby at? Don't make me say please, put your hands up on your knees and make that thing bounce like, ow.
What up, fam? It's Mr. Two Parts, aka I'm not you and you are not me. Now I know people gonna say regular broke folks shouldn't be able to speak on rich nigga shit, but Dame Dash just made a video. I want y'all to see this, and then I'm gonna speak on it real quick.
Cam just made a post, major announcement. I want to congratulate him for making 50 his new boss. So congratulations, Cam. 50 is now your new boss, and you're proud of it.
Now, Dame Dash had plenty of money. He done squandered money and burnt so many bridges. And he's trying to shame Cameron for having a boss, saying 50 Cent is Cameron's boss. What's wrong with black people who were former slaves having a boss and having a good job and making money? See how he trying to shame that man? Hey, man, just fade to black. Just fade to black. You are not relevant. You are really known as a squanderer. A nigga that fucked up, and we remember you in the video smiling in our faces. Now you fucking sitting back mad and sad at everybody. I'm so glad that you are in the fucking position you're in, Dame Dash, and I don't know the position you're in, but I do know you a bitter motherfucker. You can't stop talking about Cameron and Jay-Z and say, nigga, you say you broke. You said you ain't got no money. So just stop it, man. You a fucking clown. You been a fucking clown. Dame Dash, let me tell you something, just so you know this. And black men chime in. We thought you was a clown when you was with Jay-Z doing all that shit. You been a fucking clown. You been a fucking clown. And you a worse clown now. Trying to shame Cameron. Nigga, didn't you do that movie? Won't that your movie? Won't that your state property? Wasn't that movie your property? Now 50 Cent and Cameron then worked on a deal and then screamed your ass out and you fucking mad. You been a fucking clown. And that's what's wrong with the black race. Nigga, we should have been counseled your fuck ass. We should have been counseled Dame Dash fuck ass.